Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. Thank you so much for joining us in the lounge,
Yes.
where we love hanging out and sipping whiskey with friends. So thank you for being a part of that here today. We have a blind tasting in front of us.
We do.
Completely double blind, which means we don't know what is in either of these glasses.
Nope.
This pairing right here has been drawn at random from a sample pool full of a bunch of different head-to-head matchups that are paired together for one reason or another, usually because it's available versus allocated, and we want to see if those hard-to-get bottles are actually worth hunting for. But, you know, there's shelfers versus shelfers, there's allocated versus allocated, there's all kinds of curveballs in here to keep us on our toes.
Yep.
You know what we're drinking? We don't. And you're going to see it on the screen as we try it. But we're tasting totally blind. We'll give them some ratings, and then we'll find out the price and see if that changes how we feel, because we feel that gives you the most honest opinions possible as to the quality of the whiskey in the glass. And all that happens before we find out what we're drinking. So if you like that sort of thing, give us a thumbs up on this video and think about subscribing to the channel, because we do blind head-to-heads like this every Thursday over here. So
cheers.
Glass one on our right, your left on the nose. What do you think?
Oh, it smells good. It smells like, it smells like whiskey. It smells like bourbon.
It smells like sweet, delicious bourbon.
It smells sweet. It smells good.
If somebody was like, hey, I'm over somebody's house, right? And they're like, hey, you want some bourbon? I'd be like, yeah, I would love some bourbon. Neat, of course. In a Glencairn or a tasting glass? Absolutely. And then they bring this out to me, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I hope this is good bourbon that they're pouring me, and they're pouring it for me blind. And I smell it, and I'm like, yeah, that smells like sweet bourbon goodness. Very classic.
Sweet bourbon goodness. That's probably what this is called, right?
Caramel,
Sweet bourbon goodness.
vanilla, a little bit of like red fruit in there. Super enjoyable.
I feel like that's what we should name our next pick. Sweet bourbon goodness.
Sweet bourbon goodness. SBG.
Yeah.
Let's go on the palate.
Oh.
Guess what?
It tastes like sweet bourbon goodness. It's very good.
Soft approach on the front of the palate. Ramps up into a pretty nice finish to the proof point.
It feels not super high proof, but not super low proof.
Yep.
It's a nice like sweet spot.
This is like Goldilocks and her porridge. If Goldilocks was a whiskey sipper,
this might be it.
This is the middle.
It's pretty good. I'm kind of digging it.
Ooh, and then I go back to the nose, and it's more amplified.
Okay.
I'm almost getting a little bit of that Brown-Forman-y kind of chocolate cherry banana amalgamation.
Okay. I can see like a chocolate covered banana, maybe because you put that into my head.
Yeah.
But I don't disagree with you. Like, I wasn't getting that, but I don't disagree with what you said. So
yeah, first sip was good, but you can't trust it all the time. Let's get
to
a second sip.
First sip always.
So classic. Yeah. So good.
It's the Goldilocks of bourbons. It's
yeah.
And I mean that in the most positive way possible.
Yeah.
It's everything you think you want. It's there.
Yes. It shouldn't be the cheapest thing on the shelf. It shouldn't be the most expensive.
Yeah.
It's not the best thing that you're ever going to taste. It's nowhere near the worst thing you're going to taste.
Yeah.
It is literally that should, if you're like, man, I just want a go-to pour.
That's pretty good.
You'd be hard pressed to beat that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Wow. I hope that's available, and I hope it's a good price. $50 to $70.
A man can dream.
50 to 70. I mean, look, if it was something crazy and it's on the screen right now, people are laughing at home. They're like, yeah, definitely not available. Definitely not $50 to $70, but. Oh.
Okay, so this smells a little more like a spicy senorita compared to the first one.
And hey, I am all for it.
Not spicy as in spices, but spicy as in
rich.
Like there's like more going on. There's like
Mama got a little money in the bank, if you know what I mean. You know what? I said it and I immediately regretted it.
I like it. I like a strong, independent woman, you know?
I mean, she's a little rich.
She don't need no man.
Rich, little savory element in there. Smells very similar to glass one, just amped up, to be honest with you. Man,
actually, yeah.
That smells really good. It's got that chocolate banana cherry thing going on, that slight Brown-Forman-y note. That's what I attribute that to.
You're not saying it is Brown-Forman.
Correct.
But it is giving you vibes of a Brown-Forman product.
And
if it is not one, it's giving you vibes of one.
Right.
Therefore, you can use that information to inform your decisions.
Right. Like if you like Brown-Forman stuff, typically like, Old Forester, Jack Daniels, Woodford Reserve, and this is not that, then this is something you should absolutely check out.
It could give you those vibes.
That's why I say those sorts of things.
This smells really good too.
Fluffy.
It smells like
powdered sugary.
Like this is a person, and this is that person's like crazy rich aunt.
Yeah, I could kind of see that.
Like
yeah, that's a good analogy. I was going to say something different, but
same family, same bloodline, but little richer, little wackier.
Yeah, this is the cool aunt. Like this is the mom that you love. I didn't have a mom around when I was growing up, so I don't really know what that experience is like. But
would you like a little violin?
I would assume that this is like the mom that you love and appreciate, but maybe like you're like, man, mom is great, but you're not like over the roof, like over the moon with her. But then her sister comes over, your aunt, and she's just like the cool aunt.
So when I was little, I feel like that probably was my mom and my Aunt Jill, because she drove a yellow car.
Oh.
She was a preschool teacher, and she would pick me up in her yellow car. I was like 7 or 8, and she'd take me to her apartment, and we made Play-Doh out of Kool-Aid. Like she was the cool, fun aunt.
Shout out to Aunt Jill.
And my mom was my mom, and my mom is lovely. I love my mother, but like as a 7-year-old, that was super cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
Glass 1 and 2.
So Jill and Debbie.
In a nutshell. There we go. Glass 2 on the palate. Did we give any notes other than it smells like a richer, better version of Glass 1?
Mm-mm. That's all you're going to get. Okay, so this is more earthy.
Soft. Really soft on the palate.
Really? Okay, hold on. I need another sip. I need to drink with my right hand. When I drink with my left hand, things taste weird. I promise you it's true. I promise.
I'm ambidextrous. I can go both ways.
Okay, it's more earthy than I expected. I like it.
More oaky. That earthiness is coming from like an oak and a peanutiness.
I like it, but it's less sweet than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It's less sweet than Glass 1.
Well, yeah. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, I think it's got more... It does have the richness that's coming through on the palate. I think it's coming through a little softer.
Oh, really?
I'm thinking what I'm perceiving here is age. This feels like an aged version of Glass 1. Whether you like that or not is totally palate dependent, but I do think Glass 1 is more sweet, and Glass 2 is a little bit more woody.
Yeah, I do think that, and I think the finish on Glass 2 is lingering. It's
deeper.
As you say, faint but lingering.
Yes. Whereas 1's a little bit more, it's all over your palate. It's a little bit more excitable.
But there's not a long finish.
Yeah. This is more like Glass 1. Now we're going from the mom to the cool aunt analogy. We're going from Glass 1 is a little bit more like a puppy. It's lively and bouncing around. Glass 2 is a little, the dog's a little older now, a little heavier now. And it just wants to lay down.
Wow, so these really switched in your mind after tasting it.
It just wants to lay down in the you got the back glass, the back door's got the glass and the beam of light's coming in, and the dog's a little heavier, and it's just laying in the sun. And they're different. Like Glass 2 feels more relaxed. I like the liveliness of Glass 1, but then Glass 2 has that oak and depth and richness that Glass 1 doesn't have.
Oak and depth there.
Yeah, comparing them oh man, Glass 1 smells like a straight up donut now. Like a doughy Dunkin' Donuts fluffy donut with some icing on it. Oh, like a chocolate. Oh. Chocolate with the vanilla drizzle.
I feel like there might be a proof difference here. I feel like Glass 2 is higher proof. I kind of just shotgun tasted them.
Really?
Yeah, and Glass 1 came across a little soft, a little watery. Glass 2 came across oaky and more proofy.
So we used to follow a little bit more of a strict protocol. I think we've just kind of devolved into winging it, or maybe evolved into winging it. Because honestly, the whole reason we started this channel is Erin's a social sipper. I'm a whiskey nerd. There's a way that we behave when we have friends over. I mean, it's not like we misbehave when we don't have friends over, but when we have friends over, we're just ourselves and we just hang out and we sip whiskey and we have a little bit more of a conversational review of the pours. And that's what we wanted our channel to display from the get-go.
If you don't like conversational reviews, you will not like our channel. I'm telling you now. Get out now.
That's why we're Stuff and Whiskey, because we talk about all kinds of stuff and the whiskey.
Yeah. So you've been warned. Yeah. I still think there's age. I think there's this glass 2 has Asian proof over glass 1.
Yeah.
I do like glass 1.
I like both of these a lot.
And I like glass 2 for different reasons. I think glass 1 is...
That's the biggest point of this.
Glass 1 is what one people might call an everyday sipper. Nothing... It's enjoyable. It's not overly complex. It's not overly simple. Again, to that, it's like kind of like the Goldilocks. But then glass 2, if you want what you have with glass 1, but a little more complexity, a little more proof, a little more finish, then glass 2 would be what I would reach for. So it's almost like a day and nighttime thing. This is like my daytime pour. This would be like a nighttime pour. So glass 1 would be a daytime pour. Glass 2 would be a nighttime pour.
You know what's funny is that this matchup right here is absolutely the poster child of why we used to do it the way we used to do it, where we took a break in the middle, we stopped record. Like, we didn't stop recording. Well, sometimes we did, but that we cut out the middle portion, because these are two that I almost want to just sit with and figure out which one I like more.
Take more time.
Because they're both really good, but in different ways.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, if one of them is hard to get, is a testament to how good the other one is. So, I don't know. Do you know where you land
Yeah,
here?
I do.
You go ahead while I figure it out.
So I'm giving both of these a thumbs up because I really enjoyed both of them for different reasons. I would drink them at different times. They're not interchangeable for me. I enjoyed both of them for different reasons, and I would drink them at different times.
Yeah.
But I like everything on this board right here. I would take it and say, yes, thank you. More.
Yes, please, I'll have another,
Yes, please,
sir.
I'll have another. Thank you. Yes, please, can I have some more?
All right, so thumbs up on both.
Yep.
Preference between the two?
Like right now, we're recording and it's daytime, even though you can't tell. So I'd probably pick glass 1. But if it was nighttime,
Catch you later tonight? Catch you outside?
Yeah, catch me
you
outside. And I might pick glass 2. So
or actually, based on what you were saying, catch you outside during daylight hours, and it would actually be glass 1.
Yeah, so like it's a flip of a coin.
All right.
Right this moment, it's glass 1. In 2 hours, it'll be glass 2.
All right. I do think that I'm tracking.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Glass 1, a little bit lighter, but not brighter. It still has richness and depth to it.
Softer in the finish.
Yes.
A
little thinner in the finish too.
Yeah, but the flavor is good.
Big flavor on the palate, really sweet, really good. Glass 2, there's a bit of a like savory element to it. And glass 2 feels like really good whiskey. Like, it feels real nice. I'm really loving glass 2. I skew that way of this bunch. Conversationally, either one of these would work when we're just hanging out and having fun.
Yep, for sure.
If I'm sitting down with something and want to really, like, again, to your point, if I'm going to sit down with something and watch, we're filming this on the day of the Masters. I'm missing some of the Masters for this. That's where we're at. People who know, and you know how it's. Look, doing it's a sacrifice.
We live in 2025. You can watch it all.
I would have it up here when I do a Patreon live stream, which is a great time to mention our Patreon community. You can find that in the video description below. Later, when I do a Patreon live stream, which I do about every week and get really whiskey nerdy, I'm 100% going to have it up on that laptop right there.
That's fine, because I won't be here to be distracted
and I'm going to be watching Rory and Bryson go at it.
Cool. I'm happy for you.
But for the effects of this, if I'm watching the Masters, glass 1 is something I want to put in my glass. Maybe just like a rocks glass, like this glass right here, just subtract water, add whiskey. And I just want to sit and sip that while I'm watching the Masters.
Yeah, for sure. I could absolutely see that. Glass
2 feels a little bit more special. It feels like it commands a little bit more attention. And
it's like a once the sun has gone down type of pour.
It's dark. And it's got a little bit of twang to it.
But it's not heavy. It's not dark. When I think dark, sometimes I think heavy. It's not heavy.
Man. Yeah. Okay. I'm thumbs up on both. I'm almost 2 thumbs up on glass 2.
Wow.
I'm almost 2 thumbs up on glass 2, which means I'm buying it and I'm buying a backup if I can. So let's find out what we're drinking.
Okay.
Or let's find out price and see if that changes how we feel. And then what we're drinking.
Okay.
Aaron always loves this when the numbers are swap. So glass number 1 is number 62 in our pool. Did I say 50 to 70? That's what I said.
62. Oh, yeah, they're backwards.
So number 62, the price is?
$100.
I'm not mad at it. It's really enjoyable.
I'm not mad at it, but I'm also not happy at it.
Are you staying thumbs up or are you going down to just okay? You need to take a sip at $100 and think about it.
Well, I saw the price of the other one, so that affects things. Can you ask me later once we reveal both prices?
Yeah, I'm gonna go I'm staying soft thumbs up on glass one at $100. It's stretching it. You're pushing. You're on thin ice, buddy. Glass one, thin ice at $100. But I do still like it at that. Glass two, what's the price? $61.
$100.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what?
They're the same price.
Okay.
So
immediately retracting my words here. I'm thumbs up on glass two. I'm going down. No.
See, that's the thing.
There's nuance here. And you know what the internet is terrible at?
Nuance. Yeah.
Listen to every word we say if you can.
Listen to the conversation we're having. This is what we would be saying if you were here with us hanging out.
This is my worst nightmare to do this uncut.
So, I know.
Because there's so much nuance that I need to gather thoughts and accurately relay so people don't get led astray.
Let me say what I'm going to say, and you can think. You don't even have to listen to me.
Yeah.
So I will speak to you, but you don't have to listen.
I always listen to you.
No, you don't.
I always listen to you, love.
That's such a lie.
No, why would I? Every husband knows.
That is a lie.
You just listen to your wife.
From the pit of hell.
No, you listen. you listen to your wife when she speaks. It's protocol.
Okay, so I love glass one. I love glass two. I would really want glass one to be 70 and glass two to be 100. I wanted glass two to be a little bit more expensive, and I was okay with that being the case. Because it's the same price, I almost feel like I have to take points away from glass one. And I don't want to do that, but I'm such a value-focused human being that for me, because of the same price point, I am going to stay thumbs up on glass two. And I am going to go down to just okay on glass one.
Based on value
on value alone.
And the fact
value.
And the fact that glass two exists for the same price.
Because exactly.
Now here's what's
know me, and that's exactly
right.
Look,
I was going to talk. I don't need to talk. Aaron just said it all. Here's the thing, though. I feel like what we're about to find out, I could be wrong, but I feel like what we're about to find out is glass two is allocated and glass one is available. And at that point,
I reserve the right to change my mind.
Buy both if you can.
Yeah.
I think I'm staying thumbs up on both.
Yeah, and so we're talking about price alone. I'm not talking about availability. I don't know the availability of these yet because we don't know what they are yet.
Now, there is one caveat I do want to throw in here, and I feel like our videos, we should be called caveats in whiskey, not stuff in whiskey. Maybe the stuff is all the caveats we throw in, because there's so much nuance when it comes to actually tasting whiskey and spending your money on it. If there's one thing I know from our comment section is that there are two very different demographics of people that watch our videos.
Okay.
You've got your sippers and you got your drinkers.
Okay.
And
what's the difference?
If you're drinking and you're putting in cocktails, or you're just, you're pouring a rocks glass with 4 fingers in it and you're sipping it throughout the course of a couple hours or whatever, that's a person. And those people will be like, oh, I just can't spend over $40 or $50. Or some people are just, they're retired. They want to keep costs low.
Live on a fixed income.
I get that. And look, if that's you, that's totally
honestly,
okay.
For me, if we didn't have this channel and I was not living with you, that would be me.
And that's fine. Honestly, and once upon a time, that was me too. It wasn't because I was retired, I wish, or it wasn't because, I'm pouring 4 fingers. It's just I would not spend over $40 or $50 for a bottle. If that's you, these are good pours. They're not mind-altering, life-changing whiskey.
Correct.
If you never get to try them, you're not missing out on much. But if you do want to try these, you should join our Patreon community and say that you want to try them in the sample swap section, and you can probably get them. Again, that link is in the video description below. For as little as $3 a month, you can get involved in our community. What these pours are to me, there's so much nuance here. I feel like I had a thread and I lost it. Because I felt like
it wasn't my fault. I didn't interrupt you.
No, I know. I interrupted.
I was a good girl.
I interrupted myself because I felt like, if somebody doesn't want to spend more than $40 or $50, but you want to try whiskey that's more expensive, for as little as $3 a month, you could do some sample trading.
Yeah. So you did say there are 2 types of drinker, or 2 types of people.
So the drinkers these are probably not for you. If you're a sipper and you want a high quality sipping whiskey that's easygoing, glass one's great.
Yeah.
Glass two brings a little bit more to the table.
But still.
But Yeah, that's why I'm thumbs up on both of them still, even
Yeah.
knowing the price.
Yeah.
It would be easy to say I would go down to just okay on Glass One, but I feel like it's doing Glass One a disservice because Glass One is so good.
It is so good. But but this is a head-to-head. So in comparison to Glass 2, to me, I would pay $100 for Glass 2.
Yeah.
And I would not pay $100 for Glass 1.
Yeah.
In this comparison.
We got there.
Okay.
Can
we find out what we're drinking?
We're on a winding road.
Okay.
Because we're doing uncut. We can't cut any of this. We can't discuss it off screen and then cut that and then come back.
Also, this is my life with this man.
Here's the thing. Glass 1, not great value.
I love you, by the way.
I love you. I love you. Thank you guys. We love you guys for watching, for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Glass 1, not the best value, but still really enjoyable.
Yes. I agree with
Glass 2, even value for what you're getting and a really enjoyable pour.
Yeah.
That's why they're both thumbs up for me.
Yeah.
Because even though the value's not there on Glass 1, I'm personally willing to pay more for whiskey than you are.
Yep.
So that's why I'm staying thumbs up. And that's what you're seeing reflected here is Erin going down to just okay because she's more of a value shopper. I'm more of a whiskey nerd that's willing to spend a little bit more.
Yep, for sure.
What are we drinking? Glass number 1, number 62 in our pool.
Whoa. Okay. These are from the same family.
Hey, I detected that, yeah.
So glass number 1
62.
is Remus Repeal Reserve 6.
Oh.
Can we get that? Can we get any of these?
Remus Repeal Reserve is going to keep coming out annually.
But what are they on? What batch are they on now?
I think they're releasing 9 soon.
Okay, so 6
8 or
is
9?
unattainable.
It doesn't matter. Well, 3 and 4 were fantastic.
Okay.
6 was poo-pooed. People thought 6 was trash.
Well, in comparison to what is Glass 1.
Glass 2, which is Remus Repeal Reserve Batch 5. There's a stark difference here.
And these are both 100 proof.
Yeah.
That shocks me because Glass 2, Remus Repeal Reserve 5 felt higher proof.
Okay, Remus.
But hold on.
Go ahead.
Before you speak, I do have to say to what you said about people poo-pooing it. I can see why they poo-pooed it. Because
if you tried this and then you bought this.
Because it came after 5.
Yeah.
I can see you're used to that. Something drinking overproof. And Remus Repeal 6 does not drink. It drinks 100 proof. It drinks what it is.
Yeah.
But if you separate the fact of everything that came before it, I still stand by the fact that it is a Goldilocks of whiskey.
Now,
after tasting all the whiskey we've tasted, I feel like this is a Goldilocks of bourbon.
I think what our final synopsis was, our overall conclusions before the reveal, all that holds true. I don't need to repeat any of that. It would just be rehashing old business. Mm-hmm. Honestly, every Remus Repeal, I think, is worth buying a bottle of.
Okay.
And then if you get a bottle like Remus 5, go out and buy as many as you can.
After you've tried it and you're like, holy cow, this is so good.
The next Remus releasing has some very old whiskey in it. I think the youngest is 10 years.
Okay.
And the oldest might be 15 years. Remus 5 was that way as well.
Okay.
It was old whiskey.
Okay.
Every other batch of Remus.
And you can taste it. You can taste the age.
You do taste it,
I think we spoke to that.
Yeah. But it's not like the regular like the other Remus batches aren't
not
good.
No, tasting 6 first I think was a good accidental thing for us.
If this would have been opposite, it could have been. And the order in which you taste things does matter.
Yeah. So I see why people poo-pooed it coming after 5.
Yeah.
I do want to say, there was something I wanted to say, but it's gone. So I won't say it.
Let's say you bought 5 as your first Remus batch, and then you bought 6.
I would
and
be
you
disappointed.
expected 5 to be 6, or 6 to be 5, you'd be bummed.
Or better, because you want each release to be better.
You would be bummed.
I'd be bummed, but they're different drinks for different occasions.
Right, and this was a anniversary release for the it was a whole thing. They didn't advertise it. It was terrible marketing. But yeah, these are both really good. I think Remus, they're up to $125 a batch now. Which is pushing the limits, to be honest. Taking a gamble.
I feel that.
But so I think we're gonna end it on that. Is buyer beware. Mm-hmm. $125 for these. At 100, all right. Even the worst batch is decent. Yeah. Maybe not quite the best value, but you're not getting bad bourbon.
Correct.
At 125 though, buyer beware. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, just check your pocketbook. Make sure you're cool. If you don't like it, losing out on that money. And if you are, then go for it.
I will say for 100 proof, both great flavor.
Yeah, for
great
sure.
Flavor. So shout out to MGP, Ross and Squibb for that. So
cool. All right.
I think that's it.
Okay.
We'll end it there.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah.
Be good to each other. And until next time,
Cheers.